During my childhood, I played many games. By the likes of Juice Eliminator, ATV Off-Road Fury Blazing Trails on the PSP, the Need for Speed Pro Sheet and Burnout 3 Takedown on the PlayStation 2. And then there is Indian made games, which were at the peak during the PlayStation Portable and PlayStation 2 era, with such titles such as Desi Adda, Street Cricket Champions 1 and 2, Card Kings, etc. But I played Street Cricket Champions 1 and 2 since I have those copies. There were few flash games I remember playing, such as Bombay Taxi and Gully Cricket, which I enjoyed a lot. These days, even though I don't have a high opinion regarding Indian games which say themselves First Indian AAA and such, I can provide some of my inputs about what projects can make you so successful. Let's begin. I have noticed a recent surge in games with Indian themes, some released and others still in development. You know who I am referring to. While the graphics are often polished, the gameplay often feels underdeveloped. While I'm not a target customer, I am concerned about optimization and a potential price increase to 3,000 to 5,000 rupees. This price point may limit accessibility for many Indian players, especially consider availability of superior games at that similar price. A more appropriate price for the Indian market would be around 250 rupees, while meeting the higher price of 15 to $20 in markets would get a purchasing power. Ultimately, the game's price should reflect its playtime. Also, I will not be surprised if any of these upcoming games will be getting negative publicity like Flatout 3 or Big Rigs over the Racing has. I do appreciate the smaller games which you can see they did better in terms of quality of the product, so kudos to you guys. Since I'm a racing and driving guy, I saw a few Indian made games under driving tag on Steam since I check every day, such as Bangalore Days, Cosmic Race, Wreck Rack, and Flip Rally. Flip Rally interests me since it's now up to the list of indie rally games that came in the past few months. There's also Surge Race, which already looks bad, and Nikhil Malanka's upcoming Fast Motor Lunatics. You did a good part in terms of naming, but in terms of gameplay, do it similar to Daily Driven Racer. At least I can expect that. Man, Mumbai Galleys itself has a lot of problems that they shifted to Unity Engine. It's gonna be a while to see this product. Now, this particular suggestion I'm providing is not mandatory but something to keep as a backup. And this is coming from a customer. I think Indian developers should make spiritual successors. I did explain about this topic previously, but in short, make games of those franchises which got abandoned like 50 to 20 years ago or something. And I have come to a conclusion as a customer that I can't rely on well-known developers to make a sequel of a product which I actually liked it. So I guess indie developers can fulfill my wish. You might have thought at some point that I wish there was a part 2 or part 3 of the series, but never came because other studio got shut down or the original developers aren't interested. So whatever your game you decide to make a spiritual successor of, you should play the game yourself by using emulators such as PlayStation or Flashpoint. And see his retrospective videos on YouTube to know a fan perspective what they like or dislike about the game. This approach is good for getting return on investment. At least you will get incentives for the global audience. You have to remember that your salary is determined by the customer, so make a good product within 3 to 4 years. The target audience is, I would call it as past audience, since a modern audience term itself is quite bad if you keep up with creators who talk about the subject. So for spiritual successors, you're targeting the audience who has already played this game before. You just need to utilize the source material correctly and show you can put your own spin on it. There are games I would like to see a spiritual successor, such as Blur, Banana 3 Takedown, Juice Eliminator, Big Muta Turcos 2, Auto Modelista, Dirt Showdown, Streets of SimCity, MotorStorm, Test Drive Eve Destruction, and Road Rash. There are many games of different genres you can think of deserving a spiritual successor treatment. If the successor is done correctly, you can expect a good player count on Steam similar to Wreckfest 2, Keep Driving, and Tokyo Extreme Racer. Also, I don't mind if you're not going with this approach. It's fine since you have a unique idea for your game, you can go for it. You can take this video as inspiration which I found by Nessie Games regarding game publishing without any marketing. In the end, when it comes to Indian made games, it largely depends upon the product and how it stands out in the market. I recommend developers using Unity engine than Unreal since Unity helps in optimization, I think. Also, the Indian gaming community should not hype up the game just because it's Indian. You should think it as a customer, like, is it worth my money to purchase this product? Is it fun? Sure, there are many questions you can ask yourself. Now, the message I would like to give those upcoming games who claim to be AAA is best of luck to you, but I am more interested to see the aftermath of these games. It's either going to be this result or that result. Also, prioritizing gameplay is the impression you need to win first to attract customers, as well as a good price range. I had to remind this sentence multiple times that your salary is determined by the customer. So, make good products and you'll be remembered the next 10 years. That's all I have to say. Oh, and one more thing. I have a racing game idea which I explained recently, so if any developer thinks that my idea is worth your time executing, you can go for it. What's your thoughts? Hit the like button and share your opinions in the comments. Take care.